So the next part is during the affair. Elaine's character flaws do not justify my actions. But for a husband who does not know the Lord, it makes it a lot easier to cross those boundaries kasi. In this circle of friends that I was hanging out with, I met a woman whom I shared a lot with. Compared to my wife, I felt this woman understood me better. It started with just conversation, then a little flirting, and eventually it became a full-blown affair. I knew it was wrong, but I made so many excuses to justify my actions. For the first time in a long time, I felt that someone respected me. Someone wanted to listen to what I had to say without interrupting me. People started avoiding spending time with us because they were scared of being seen as accomplices to the affair. So this made our bond even stronger, and we adopted an us against the world mentality. Despite this, I felt that it was nothing serious pa rin. I had total control and I could stop anytime. That's what I thought. This was the lie the enemy used effectively against me. I thought I was in control. This is how sin works. It's like trying to have a lion for a pet. You think you can control it, pero suddenly it eats you alive. During this time, I was not attracted to my wife. I just didn't have feelings for her anymore. There were days that I felt guilty, but most days I was just numb from my sin. It increasingly became harder for me to hide the affair, and this made my life really miserable because I felt the world was closing in on me and it was inevitable that my lies would all be found out.
This was the time in our marriage when my husband stopped communicating with me, having meaningful conversations with me. Like he said, he found that it was better to ignore me than to talk to me. We no longer had intimacy. And I was very, very desperate to fix our marriage. I listened to every advice given to me. I took care of myself physically. I attended a lot of self help seminars, and I did my best to submit. Unfortunately, it was too desperate for Ty, and it was too late for him to appreciate the things I did. Do I regret doing all those things? Ladies, I pray that you would learn to do good to your husbands, whether or not they deserve it, and even if you do not get the response that you're hoping for. I was not a Christian during the early years of the affair, but God did not ignore my despair and my willingness to change. Although my husband resented me and my efforts, it was God who I feel rewarded me by revealing himself to me through his word, by sending people to share the gospel to me and giving me encouragement during this difficult season in my life. Our efforts will not be wasted because God said in his word, do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. On the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. That's in Romans 12:17, 18 to 21.